the city to sell parts, and I'm currently on my way back, and there is a junkyard, actually the one we went to before, so I'm gonna stop there, see if we can find a hood for the custom cab, maybe some other stuff. I got like a crossover tube I want to get for the heat ducting and stuff. Yeah, figure I'll just bring you guys along and see what we can find. There it is. I remember seeing this one, had a good hood on it. Good old four-wheel drive too. Let's see, oh yeah, that's the little tube I need as well, that little crossover tube. Actually, it has a couple little dents, so I'm gonna check the two over there and go from there. But I want to get this pipe out quick. Actually, this is kind of a pain in the butt because I can't get in on that side, so I'm going to try the other trucks first, see if it has that. It'll be way easier because I can just get under. But I do need this as well for my truck. At least this one's decent. Someone cut it for a radio, but I'm going to check the other ones, check the condition on those. So I guess we'll hold off on this and come back. It's locked. Alright, round 3. Check this one. Opened. Okay, perfect. And all this stuff is already gone out of my way. No, I'll make life easier. Oh no, it's got a crack in it. Dang it. Well. Alright, well, back to this second truck. The window just slid down easy and pulled this to open it. Let's see. It's got it. We'll take that. That looks decent. That's probably about the same because well, no, maybe not. That might be a better condition. The other one was decent anyways because, I mean, even though this is cut out, I'm going to be putting a different radio in it anyways, so we'll see. I'll probably take this one. And if you're wondering, there's a screw way up in there, and then it should basically drop right out. Yeah, look at that. Mint, right there. A little screw. No mice in here, no spideys, we're good. Sweet. Alright, I got this one out. This one is pretty mint. It was just a pain in the butt, so I didn't really film it because the weird old, like, 80s, 90s radio, but alright, next. Well, I brought that stuff back to my truck and bought it, and then coming back to look for a hood, but even this one has a dent there. $100 for a hood, so I don't know if it's worth getting one or waiting to find a deal or a whole parts truck and I just take the hood off a parts truck. This one's wrecked. That one has a little dents. I'm not sure. I also moved everything around since I was here last, which is kind of nice because you can actually walk more. Dang it. Hood is crushed. Couldn't justify the hood. I'll think about it. The orange one was the straightest one there, so maybe, I don't know. We'll see if any of the guys that I do like Toyota deals with has a clean one, see how much they want, or if I can trade them. That way I can just basically get it free for parts that I have, go from there. But good score with that radio face, that center console face thing, and the crossover tube for my heat, because the left vent doesn't work without it, and my feet are always on fire with the heater coming out there instead of up top, so it was just one of the irritating things that weren't complete in the inside of this. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is wait to hear from a couple of guys I do Toyota stuff with locally. If they don't have any good hoods, then I'll probably run back tomorrow and grab that orange or red one, whatever it is, because it is probably the nicest one. It is, I think, the nicest one at the junkyard, and it's probably the nicest one I can find locally for a while, so I might as well get it and just have it. If I find something nicer down the road, then so be it. I'll just sell that one. But my hood is pretty trashed. It's hard to tell the bug cover on it, or the bug deflector, but I'll show you quick what I mean. So part of what's going on here is they hit a deer or something. Under here you can see a big dent right here. And then if you remember the last video, I replaced this fender because this was all crushed in. The hood is also pushed in pretty far right here as well. So not only just there, but here. And it's all just bumped up on both sides. And that's after I've pushed down on it pretty hard, trying to flatten it out. This one also all popped up. And then just, I don't know, there's a big gap here, like where snow can get in. Like I can fit my pinky under there pretty good. So just for the winter, this side's a little jacked up, not too bad, but obviously kind of shifted over. But this side isn't pushed in at least. So this side I don't think was crashed. It was just this area, like the front or the middle and right hand, or well, left hand side. And then up here, you can see it's just pinched. I could slide the hood on the hinges, probably bring it forward a little bit, but it's just overall just trashed. I'll probably grab a hood cowl too while I'm at it, because I think this is not sitting right. I don't know what's going on here. They're both of them are like that, but maybe just grab them while I'm there if they have one that's decent. Hate justifying trying to spend $100 on something like that I might be able to just find a whole parts truck for cheap, but it is what it is. And I also just sold, I actually just was on my way back from selling a rear disc conversion. I got $250 for it, so I guess we could spend a little bit of money and not feel so guilty about it, but yeah, whatever. I'm going to take my bug deflector off though, because the guy said I can just swap the hood and leave my old junk hood there, and I want to keep the bug deflector because I might be putting that in the new hood. We'll see, but I'll pop that off quick and then we'll head back in the morning. And another thing I'm going to grab off that orange truck are the hinges, because I don't know if these hinges are bent as well from the impact, so I'm just going to grab them to be safe. Hopefully not, because then I'm going to have to spray the orange ones to white so it doesn't look horrible, but we'll try it both ways. I'll grab them just in case. And then all I got to do is take these screws out for the bug deflector. Oh, yeah. There we go. I'll drop this down and show you the dent better. It's honestly hard to tell on camera, especially because the truck's silver, but it is dented pretty bad right here, like all the way from here to here. Maybe you can see that where it's pushed in. What do you think? Bug deflector or nah? I don't know. I'm kind of undecided. Might have to test it out in the summer to see if it actually works, because if it works, I want to keep it on the truck to keep bugs off the windshield. So what it's supposed to do is actually like blast them up over the windshield. So I don't know. I guess we'll just test it out in the summer. Maybe I won't run it for the winter because it's not really a point anyway. But definitely gonna keep it because I don't even know if they sell those anymore for old Toyotas, and I'll just keep it in my hoarding pile. But for now, I'm going to clean this up, slap it in. There's really nothing to it. You just pop it on there, on the side over there, pop this side on, and that's about it. And then put the screw in if you want. And then I'll throw that on as well, because that one's just terrible. Alright, got that jammed up in there. Clean this up and then slap that in. And the cigarette lighter still works. So now I can actually get a radio if I want, which I'm going to. This is going to be my nice, eventually, like daily driver. If you didn't know, 86 Toyota plugs are actually different than 87 and 88. This is a 70, so 70-1398 connector. It's these two. They're different. They're like a bigger plug and stuff. I ordered one online that said 86 to 88, and it was still wrong. So that is a specific one if you're looking to get one for your 86. It's probably the same for 84, 85 as well. But 86 was a weird year because that's when they went to independent front suspension, and I guess this wire harness was the same still or something. I don't know. I know more about Hondas than I do Toyotas, but just figured to let you know if you're having 86 and you're struggling to find that plug, it's because it's different than 87, 88. Well, at least the dashboard's looking a little less like a junkyard truck, but carpets still need to be done. That's definitely next on the list, which I already have back there. Well, I guess I'll see you in the morning when we go back to the junkyard. Alright, well, we're on our way back to the junkyard because none of my local guys that I know in Toyota stuff had a good hood, so I'm just gonna grab it. I hate spending money, especially on stuff like this, but it is what it is. I really want to get this front end just squared away and then don't have to worry about snow getting on my hood and stuff. We meet again. This time for good. You can take this because that's a lot straighter than mine too. Alright, got it unbolted. Sorry I'm not filming much. It's freezing out and it's difficult to do with one person, but I gotta lug this back to my truck and then grab a screwdriver because it looks like this is all held in by screws. I've never taken one of these out. Probably should have looked it up first, but see if I can figure out how to get this out without damaging it. And then, yeah, I want to get the badges, see how much those are, and then I think that'll be it. Alright, well, the wiper cowl on the orange truck is not coming off. Well, it can't get one of the wipers off. Conveniently, this one already had one of the wipers off. So I think I can kind of finesse this over. I'm gonna need two hands, but I believe I can get this one off by just moving it up and over since that one's already off. Heck yeah, so that worked. Probably the only reason that worked is because the hood was off too. I was able to maneuver it just enough to slide it off that wiper. Also getting these four-wheel drive badges. He said $10 a badge, and then he's selling me the one off the white truck that we saw yesterday. He's selling me the whole grill for the price of a badge since the grill is shot and I want to get the badge off without breaking it at home. Alright, successfully get those two off without breaking them. So that's $20, and then that grill is going to be $30. I don't know how much that is. So spending more money than I was anticipating today, but I want to get this stuff while I can, and cheaper at junkyard prices than online. These are probably like 30, 40 some bucks. I don't even know online, but the Toyota tax nowadays. Put my hood back on to save parts under the hood. And here's the white truck. So two-wheel drive grills aren't separate. So being that this one's already smashed, they wrecked the whole front of the truck. He's selling me the badge or the whole grill for the price of the badge. So I'm gonna take this off quick and then we'll get out of here before I spend more money. Alright, so $50 for all that, the two badges, the grill, the cowl, and the cigarette lighter, or the ashtray. So, not bad. $150 total with the hood. I'd say it's not bad, especially for how much this stuff goes for online. But we'll go put this back, or put this stuff on in the garage. Made it back in one piece. Don't mind the noise. Sorry, my landlord still, after 5 months, has not fixed my heating situation in the shop. But that's beside the fact. I swapped this out quick. This is the one that was in my truck. It was just gross. Like someone actually smoked in it, so it was melted. And the color, it's funny. Like I guess you can't really tell in here, but the color is off too. Like that's how bad cigarettes are for you. It was like a tan-ish weird stain color to it. So couldn't even get it back to the normal color. So we'll try to put this on quick, and I have the seal for it, which is nice. I'm not going to put the badges on the truck because I'm obviously going to be repainting it, so there's no sense in getting it on there. Plus this, like, I think they put primer on the truck after it was crashed just to match it, and it's all baked off and whatever, because primer is not UV protective at all. And this is one of the other things that are just making it not line up. This is the factory like chrome windshield trim is what actually holds the backside of this down. So the previous owner or someone drilled 2 screws there to keep this down and from flapping, but they also did it crooked. So if you can see on this side, there's like a pretty good, you can see the gap right here. And then on this side, it's much farther up. So I might be a ricer, swap this out, and then just for now, 3M tape the back in some spots so it doesn't rattle around. That way I can actually get the hood lined up somewhat proper, because that's part of why it's not lining up good. So hopefully my wipers come off. We'll find out. Oh, we're lucky. That one came off. So hopefully that one comes off too. That one didn't have a cap on it though. This one did. I should have got the cap for the wiper while I was there. I completely forgot that my truck needed one. And it did have one, dang it. So the next time I drive by, I'll literally just go there and buy one of these. dude, so satisfying. Okay, that's awesome. That was my biggest fear. So I'll pop these screws off. Then the little screws, there's 3 of them under here. The ends are like a stud, I found out in the Junkyard, like the last 2. This one doesn't have them. I think it's like a plastic or something. It broke off so easy, but take those screws off and we'll swap her out. Alright, and since that last hole there isn't threaded or anything and the stud has obviously been broken off, I'm just gonna pop a couple of these guys in, one on each side, and hopefully they'll be good enough to hold it. Well, these are actually all too big, so I'll just run to the store tomorrow and get a couple of the smaller versions. Alright, so the fitment's definitely much better already. So I'm going to try to shift the hood a little bit. I'm gonna mess with this off camera and then get back to you when I get it somewhat adjusted. Alright, so good news and bad news. Good news, we got everything on. Bad news is, I believe this hinge is bent. So I adjusted this fender in a ton because I had a way out before to compensate for the hood and stuff, but the issue I'm having is this is still, like, even if I have it slid all the way out on the 2 bolts here, it's still too close here, and you can see it's kind of higher. So the other side's not like that. Dang it. Yeah, I should have just grabbed the hinges while I was there. I just didn't really think about it because we got the hood on and then it latched and I was like, oh, it must be good. But I should have just grabbed them. I was going to grab them anyways, but that'll just be the next time we're out there. I'll grab those hinges quick. And with those hinges being straight, if I get the other hinges, it'll bring this out just enough. Like, it's literally the perfect amount. So this will actually line up on this side. At least now I can grab them, paint them quick, so it matches the engine bay, and then throw them in. So I guess it's not too bad of an issue. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. I just figured I'd film my random spontaneous junkyard trip because it's always fun going to the junkyard and get some upgrades and fixes for the custom cab. If you guys liked the video, I appreciate a like. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the builds and the projects, and follow my Instagram, Conjo_brothers, if you want to see more on there, sneak peeks and all that fun stuff. And once I get those hinges, I'll throw them in. I'll just post it on my Instagram because it's not worth making an entire video out of. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.